Hey everyone, welcome to a great motion array quick tip. Today I have this setup going on over here that's using a lens blur to generate that, subtle out of focus, kind of depth of field kind of thing. And the way you typically would set something up like this is that you would have a gradient that you pre-comp, and then on your lens blur effect, you would choose that gradient as your blur map. And this works great, right? A lot of people are probably already doing it this way, and I used to do it that way for a very long time. The problem with this though is that if you want to have more control over where the camera lens blur is affecting your picture, then you have to keep shuffling, going into your gradient and messing with the gradient the way maybe you wanted the lens blur to affect the picture, and then going back to see how that's kind of working out. And in many cases that may be all you need, but I like having control in my comp, and I'm going to show you a better way. So I'm going to delete this gradient, and what you need to use is a shape layer gradient. So I'm going to double click that, and see right away I have control over a gradiency here on the shape layer gradient. And what happens now is that if I turn off that shape layer and go to lens blur and select the shape layer, you can see that it actually respects the gradient without needing pre-comp. And that's great, no pre-comp required. And the problem too, the only issue is though that if I want to mess with the gradient and change the way the gradient is working out, I need to turn it on and then maybe say I don't want it to be radial and I want it to be linear. And you have to turn it on, but you're not seeing the picture below. But there's a solution for that, and this is how you do it. You just gotta turn this on, which in fact makes this an adjustment layer now. So it's a shape layer that it's also an adjustment layer, and it can be on, but you're gonna see the effects that are applied to it and not the actual shape layer. Hope that makes sense. So now I have control over the gradiency, and I have feedback of how the lens blur is using the shape layer gradiency. There you go. So just maybe a little bit better than the way you typically do it. Not that the pre-comp way of doing it was a bad way, but this way might be, maybe it'll save you some time. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot.